Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Moochie, and you are rocking with Moochilla's Review. So hit the hammer, because you came through. Ow, thank you for coming. Hey, Daria, Shanice, Nally, ow. I'm just talking about Animal Kingdom. I'm doing a little recap. Doing it live. I don't know how many people's going to show up, but you know what? Catch me on the replay and hit hashtag replay in the comments. So we're going to get into it. This is episode number 9, and it's called, I gotta get Gethsemane. That's the name of the episode. And that is a town in Jerusalem. What's up, Donnie? That is a town in Jerusalem that is named after. So I'm trying to figure out the connections of why they named it that. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the connections to it and stuff like that. So basically where we're at is Detective Thomas, she wants Pope, and she wants him bad, and she's doing anything. She's trying to get him by any means necessary. Any means necessary. And to me, she's kind of playing dirty because she's doing stuff that she's not supposed to be doing. And not for nothing, I think the case is going to get thrown out, maybe. But then, with the little twist at the end, when I get to it, we're going to discuss that. All right. So now, when this first started, this episode, we see Ren. And she went on that bender the night before where they was robbing convenience stores and all sorts of stuff. And, she's a loose cannon. She was dealing drugs, Ren. And this is Craig's baby's mother. And she's like really out of control. She's really out of control. And, Craig is just sobering up. So basically, she went on this bender. And after they robbed that convenience store, she just left Craig with the baby, and he was taking care of the baby all night. He was taking care of Nicholas all night. He finds her, so he knows how to find her. So he went and looked for her and found her in some alley throwing up in a garbage can. So she's like really out of it, and she feels kind of bad. Then she asked if he took care of the baby and all of that. And he did. He took care of the baby, and she's hungover. And then we go to the next scene where they got, now that Darren and Jay know that the cop is looking for Pope, they want to take provisions to make sure he doesn't get arrested. But Darren was ready to say, look, let's let him be on the run. We can send him to Canada. We can send him to anywhere. And so that way he doesn't go to jail. But Jay is like, it's too late for all of that. He got to turn himself in. And we're going to go talk to him and find out what's going on. Meanwhile, they thinking he's in his room. Dude left. He leaves his room. So now Jay and Darren have to look for Pope. And they want to put Craig in the loop. But he got all of this going on with Ren. So he doesn't even know what's going on yet, Craig doesn't know what's going on. Jay and Darren are looking for Pope because he disappeared. He left his phone at the house, left the car, and he just disappeared because he's looking for because he basically knows that is about to go down with him. Hello, Savannah. Okay, you said most likely someone's going to have to deal with it. Pope is a white whale, maybe something to do with Smurf. Yeah, I think, what? I think, I feel like Smurf set up Pope I think she set him up to go to jail when she tried to do that last heist, and it went sideways. It didn't go like how she thought it was going to go. She thought she was going to get killed by one of Pope's uncles, but it didn't happen. Pope took all of them out, and she took one of them out. And then the brothers basically helped out too, Craig and Darren. So I think when she went for this last job, She figured that either Pope was going to end up dying or going to jail. And she figured, that's the only way he would be able to be all right without her, because she's always able to reel him back in. Y'all with me on that or what? And people who we got 5 people in here. I don't care if it's 5, 25, or 55. Hit that like button, hit the share, and show some love for me. And anywho, then while Pope is looking for while Jay is looking for Pope, I should say, he gets a phone call from his little boo, the married chick, the paralegal. He gets a call from her, and she basically wants him to stop what he's doing and come down to this hospital. And he's like, nah, I can't do that right now. I'm taking care of something, but I'll try to get there. It seemed like she kind of had an attitude, but she was like, okay, I understand. He says, I'm dealing with some family stuff, so I'm not able to come there right now, but I will come by there, but I don't know how long it's going to be. What up, Brillo? Brilsy Brills? I wish somebody else in our commission watched Animal Kingdom so I could go back and forth and bounce little ideas and stuff off of people, but it's okay. I can rock it out solo. I'm good. Anywho, we're going to get to the next scene, and it has, I know people don't like these flashbacks, but I feel like the flashbacks show you a lot of dealings of how Smurf was able to build her empire and how she has so much control over her boys. Right? So now we get to the next scene, and the next scene is a flashback. Now, mind you, the last episode, Julie and Baz were in the bed together, and Pope saw it, and he got pissed off and ran out of the room. Now, mind you, they all been raised as brothers and sisters, but Julie and Pope, if you don't know, they're twins. But Baz is one of Smurf's friends' sons, and I think she got jammed up where she just stopped taking care of her kids. She worked at a strip club. She was a thief. She was one of somebody that Smurf was running with back in the days, and she basically let the streets have her kid, and Smurf took Baz in. So she did raise him like that's her son. Hey, Samara, thank you. So anywho, she tells he's mad, and he's not talking to Julie. He's not talking to Baz. And I feel like the person that calculated and manipulated this whole situation and got in his ear to make him feel the way he feel is who? His mama, Smurf. She got in there, and it's like she likes to watch her work too when things happen. She likes to see the conflict that she's caused by getting in each of them their ears, because she's done this before. I don't know if y'all been watching it for the 6th season. She's done this before when she had them in bad knockdown drag out fights, the siblings. So she likes having that power. So then we see Darren is looking for Pope. Darren's looking for Pope, and he finds him, and guess where he's at? Now, Craig been looking for Ren all night, so he's not in his house. He in Craig's bedroom, which used to be Baz's house, and that's where he murdered Baz's girlfriend. He murdered her in their house while the daughter was there. I don't know if y'all remember all of that. But it's in the 6th season, but it's a very good show. It's a very good show. Yeah, Baz is a close friend. He was a close friend of the mother. Well, his mother was her close friend too. Donnie, you've been watching all 6 seasons? I'll wait for you to answer. I know it's a delay. So she's mad. Like I said, Darren finds Pope at Craig's house, and he lets her know now that, look, this is where I killed her. I did it. And the cop knows everything. And he was like, well, what cop? It's not a cop from Oceanside. She's from another area. We talked about this last week. She's from another area. And they basically the brothers is about this. He's like, you got to come back to the house. You got to come back to the house. We have to talk. We have to talk about it. So, they go back to the family home. Meanwhile, we got this broad, Detective Thompson. She's like a dog with a bone. She do not want to let go. She done went and got an Oceanside cop. And she's like, look, I need help. I need you to help me bring this kid in. I need you to help me bring this kid in. I want him arrested. He has a gun in his car. And I want you to bring him in, and then I'll take it from here. So she's, like I said, Detective Thompson is like a dog with a bone. She will not let go. She will not let go. But she's doing all of this stuff that's just dirty. I feel like she's doing all the stuff she's doing is dirty. And I feel like it's going to get the case thrown out. I don't know. What do y'all think? Okay. So now, with all of this going on, once he finds him, Jay goes to the hospital to see his boo thing, and she's basically happy to see him. But he finds out that her sister OD, and now her husband's getting ready to come back because I think he was deployed. I thought he was the paralegal in the office, but I guess I was wrong. But he's coming back and he wants her to move out. So I think he was in the reserves or something, because I think she does work at the same law office that her husband works at. But anywho, her sister ODs. He goes there to check her out. He says, look, I got a lot of stuff going on with my family. So I don't know. Do you know how long they're going to keep her? And I'll come back. So he's going to come back there. Okay, you watched all 6. Okay. It's Lucy. Yeah, I saw the movie from the Australian version, and it's great. Wait a minute. I'm going to go to the next scene. After Jay goes to the hospital to check her out, Darren and Pope and Craig, they all meet up at the house, and they find out about the murders. They find out about the murders, and they also get Pope a lawyer. So they get him a lawyer. And when they get him a lawyer, look, this was one of my, I don't know if Brillo's still watching, this was one of my lawyers to always pick the lawyer from The Wire. This is their lawyer. He doesn't give his name this time, but I know him as Levy from The Wire. So they said that he's like one of the top lawyers. And when he came in, when they showed his face, I said, okay, he might get off, because if he's like anything like his character on The Wire, he's the dude that's gonna get Pope out of this jam. Okay. So now we got to go back to this crazy girl, Miss Thompson. Oh, wait, before I go to that, let me finish with this. He basically lets them know about another warrant that they have out on Pope, and it's for assault, and it's for assaulting Taylor. Don't you know that this conniving detective, and that's what I have to call her because that's what she is, she done picked up Taylor, roughed him up, and then he said, well, look, he just kicked my ass already. And now she has a reason to have him arrested for assault. So that's how she getting down. She getting down all dirty in all types of ways. And she has him arrested because remember Pope showed up at her hotel room and he wasn't playing with her. If she wasn't a cop, I think she would have been a dead woman. What y'all think? I'll wait. Yes, Brillo. Thank you. Yeah. So I feel like if she wasn't a cop when Pope showed up to that thank you. Yeah, show up for the finale because it's coming, Brillo. Thanks, Brills. So like I said, if he showed up at that room and she wasn't a cop, he would have killed her. I know he would have choked her out because that's basically what he do. And that's how he killed the other girl. He choked her out because he was like, it wasn't no blood when I killed her. All right. If he gets mad enough, they find out. So Craig is so mad that he killed Catherine at that house that he yokes him up and he wants to know the whole story, how he killed her and why. And he's pissed off now because he don't like staying in that house because it makes him do drugs. It makes him want to party. So he's been wanting to move out of that house. I don't know. Is that like some bad juju? Maybe that's why he wants to move because of the bad energy that's in there. I don't know. But he was so pissed off. He wanted to find out what happened, what went wrong, and why did he kill her? Because he thought she just disappeared. Because that's what the impression that everybody was under. Because you know why? Smurf orchestrated all of this. Smurf sent Andrew, aka Pope, to kill Catherine. Okay? So next scene, it's a flashback. And, Smurf is already calculating her next move. And she bought this house for Baz to move out. So he's going to move into this house, and they're going to go into business together, collecting rent on properties that she owns. And he's going to do the maintenance, keep everything up, make sure everything is up to par on the properties that they own. And this was okay, and he did this for years. He did this for years that he has done this for years up until the time of his death. He was doing this, and she gradually put each of them on to handle their own properties. So that's basically how she built their empire, where it ended up becoming legit. I don't know if you guys know that, but I just feel like give y'all a little fill-in on that. So they know about killing Cat. Julie finds out about the apartment, and she is not happy. She finds out about the apartment. She finds out that he's moving out, and he lets her know, don't worry about this. This is better because then everybody won't be in our business, and you can come here anytime you want. So they're going to keep up their relationship, even though Mama Smurf told him, look, you got to keep your head in the game, and this has to stop. So I feel like they're going to be getting it in, and before you know it, Jay is going to be conceived. That's what's by the end of the season, Jay probably is going to be conceived because this is the early 1990s, and I think he's going to be conceived within a couple of years. That's where I'm going with this. Then we said Andrew's lawyer wants him to turn himself in. So they're like, you're going to turn yourself in on this assault charge, keep your mouth shut on everything, and we're going to try to work things out. Let me go back to this thing. Craig is really mad at this whole situation. And he was like, she could have said no to Smurf. And Darren's like, whoever said no to her? So you know how your mom is. You've even went through the problems you went through because she's very controlling. Yeah, that house do have history. That's why I think if they get rid of this house, I think it's gonna be all right because now you got not only Bass died on that property, now you got Catherine that she died in that house. Bass died right outside in front of the house. Remember when they had they came after him and killed him? And I was crying when they killed him back then. Anywho, so we got our lawyer. He's telling him to turn himself in. Even though he's not Levy, I'm gonna call him that because that's what I know him as. So he's telling him to turn himself in, and now they know about Taylor being a CI. Everybody knows all of this now, as far as his brothers. They know that Taylor was the CI. She's the cop. Taylor was the Detective Thompson acted as if Taylor was her son and she was looking for him and they was living out of a hotel. And Pope actually believed it and was helping this kid. He was helping him. So he feels kind of betrayed on this. What is Jay doing with the rental properties now? They tore down the building.
Unknown caller.
They tore down the building, and they're building up a new property, but they still have other properties that they do. And then he had the bowling alley, and now Craig has a gym. Pope has the skating park, and Craig and Darren has the bar. So now we get to him when he turns himself in, he's turning himself in to an Oceanside police officer, detective. So they are unbeknownst to anything that's going on, because once he gets back in that interview room, once Pope gets back in that interview room, things kind of go sideways. And how do you want to know what I mean by how it goes sideways? It goes sideways for the simple fact that Detective Thompson ends up coming in the interview room, and it's not this detective that she talked to in the beginning. So they did like a switcheroo, a bait and switch, whatever you want to call it. And now she is there sitting at this table, and Pope is constantly requesting to speak to his lawyer. She's not giving him, they're not
unknown caller.
They're not listening to anything. And they didn't let his attorney go back there with him. That's the part I didn't understand. If he's getting questioned and booked for assault, why wasn't the attorney there with him the whole time? I had a problem with that. I don't know about y'all, but that really bothered me as far as it goes with Pope getting arrested and then being in this interview room with Detective Thompson all this time being questioned. And I'm like, how did they let this happen? It's like, how did they let this happen? And I'm like, this right with once he requested the lawyer, she was supposed to stop the interview. Once she requested this lawyer, she was supposed to stop this interview. And she didn't. She was questioning him. She had the chain that Catherine had on. And it was like, we didn't actually hear Pope say he did it. But when he was looking at the pictures and stuff like that, it looked like it was going to be a confession. And then going to the flashback, oh, Smurf is out of control. She's to even the score. What she does, she goes and gets a whole bunch of girls. She gets a whole bunch of girls, and brings them to Pope. I guess to let him have some sort of enjoyment. But he looked so uncomfortable around these women that, this is not his thing. He looked very uncomfortable. And he looked like, this is something that, that I'm not with right now in the flashback. But come to find out, this was a prostitute she hired. She gave her money when she left, and Julie was pissed off at this. So it's like she does stuff that's crazy to me. What Jay doing? Yeah, I explained that. Okay. Now, no, I was saying Jay is doing what Smurf. Yeah, exactly. She taught him. Smurf taught Jay how to wash the money, handle the rental properties, and handle business. Because remember, we talked about this before. Smurf had them on an allowance. So basically, what they used to do these jobs, then party, and then when the money run out, they ready to do another job. And she had them trained like clockwork. Where they was doing when they money run low, they was ready to get busy and do these jobs. So right before I know he turned himself in. Right before he turns himself in, Darren and Pope have this conversation, like about why he did what. And he was like, yeah, I did it to protect you guys. He said, I know you did it to protect us. And Darren was crying. But you know who took it the hardest out of all of them? And I was surprised to see that. I was surprised to see that Craig took it hard out of all of them. He was so broken up about it. He couldn't even sleep in that house that night. So he came there and he was like, can I stay here? I can't sleep at my house. So he went back to Ren. So hopefully they don't go on another bender. Well, she doesn't go on a bender. Craig's been sober. He's been doing good. The most he may have is a beer every now and then. He hasn't been going on his, remember, he used to go on his little cocaine binges and be out there wilding out. Meanwhile, everybody's taking this hard because they're thinking he's going to go for this assault. He's going to turn himself in, and they're going to give him a bail and bond and let him go home. But things didn't work out the way it was planned. Things did not work out the way it was planned. And not only did it not work out the way it was planned, they was waiting for him to come home. Darren and Jay. Meanwhile, he's not coming home. They was waiting for him. He's not coming home. And he's basically, they're going to keep him. They're keeping him and they're charging him with murder. And like I said, Craig took it the hardest. Darren's mad. He done shut down his bar, fired this dude, and they was doing little breaking jobs on the side. So I don't know if this guy, his worker, is going to be mad at him. But for the simple fact, now that they muscle, because Craig is they muscle too, but Darren was like the loose cannon where people left them alone on the streets. So my question is to y'all. Are the streets coming for the Cody boys? Let me know what y'all think. I want to know. Hey, Tamika, are the streets coming for the Cody crew now? Because remember, like I said, Craig was a force to be reckoned with, but Pope, everybody was scared of because they knew he was kind of like not all there. He's a loose cannon. So now that they got Pope in this situation. They got him basically right where they want him. Detective Thompson, thanks to her, she got Pope right where she wants him. And she is not, even though he asked for a lawyer more than once, his pleas was ignored. They're taking him in. They charged him with murder. And chances are he's going straight to jail now he's going to go to trial without bond and all of that. The lawyer didn't even get to talk. He was pissed off because once he found that out, that he basically confessed to a murder, that he told him, he said, look, when you go in there, don't say anything. He schooled him about everything. And for some reason, Pope didn't listen. And it's crazy. Pope didn't listen at all. He's being questioned by this girl. He didn't listen at all. And now he is locked up in a cell. I don't know how it's going to get for him because last time he was doing a lot of fighting when he was in there. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to see how this pans out. I'm seriously thinking about going live at midnight on Sunday just to talk about the latest episode so I could come in hot with the iron striking so we could talk about this while it's fresh on our minds. I'm going to put up a poll in my community tabs. Let me know what y'all think. Tamika, the streets are coming for the Codys. I'm telling you, you're going to have the Mexican crew that was with that they was working with before. Their family is coming for them. I don't understand what Pope is doing. Yeah, I didn't understand that part either. And then I don't even think he told the girl he had the date with about that murder. He didn't tell her about that. And he let this woman convince him to turn himself in, to confess to it. She basically used the church angle to get at him. She used the church angle, and the thing about it is, the lawyer talked to him before he went in there, and he told him not to say anything. So I just didn't understand that part. And then she said it more than once that he wanted his lawyer. I can't talk to you. I don't want my lawyer. So that's that with this episode. It's a quick recap. The next episode comes on Sunday at 9. Sunday is for all my subscribers, y'all know Sunday is a busy day because you got P Valley. We still got the Shy. We got the other show I didn't even get to. I'm gonna come on with that probably tomorrow to talk about, and I'm gonna have to do a double episode with City on a Hill. And this right here, I'm just trying to see how this is gonna go. I think the next episode, I think we're gonna see Pope in jail. We're gonna see the Codys getting it in on the streets with people. And hopefully the detectives don't get close to them, because we still got that jewelry heist that they stole the jewelry from the artist, the influencer, where you might have the Asian crew coming after them too. So that's that with that. Please put your notifications on for all notifications, so you'll get a notification if I go live or if I upload a video. And stay tuned. The next thing we're doing tonight later on is on Nita the Divas channel, and we are doing Game of Thrones, and that's at 10 p.m. The next thing I also have doing with the group things is we're trying to do, we're getting up the wire. We still have to do those 2 episodes. And then that's what we on Rewind That with Miss K's channel. And then we have on Rewind That with K's channel Sunday, the first reaction for P Valley. Okay, let me just go to the chat and see what y'all talking about. I hate this final season. This is by far one of the best shows on television. Jay is tripping with this girl. Yes, she's gonna get him caught. But you know why Jay is got a soft side with this girl? Because she is going through the same thing he went through. Remember, his mother was an addict. He's dealing with all of that. And he knows what she's going through. And I forgot that part. He gave her a key to one of his apartments that he got. And he told her, you can stay here. You need to get away from your husband and you need to get away from your sister, because if you don't, it's not going to stop. Yeah, Jay should have stayed tight with the black attorney. Yeah, the black attorney was really getting him on. But remember, these was all people that Smurf had a connect with. So I think once she passed away, a lot of their little resources kind of disappeared. The cops, remember, she had them, she was paying them right. And, it's a new regime. Things is changing. They're going to have to work things out. I wonder what's going to happen if we're going to see that police officer that had them jammed up last season. If we're going to see that young boy again. Jay's classmate. What up, Kappa Detroit? Ew. And you got Jannard picture? Ew. Anywho. Yeah, I can't wait to see how all of this is going to play out. I feel like you're going to have the Mexicans coming after them, the Asian gang coming after them, and then like the rest of the street surfers. So I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I will see y'all all at 10. We're doing Game of Thrones Revisit, and this is season 3 episode. I want to say it's episode 6. And look, we talking about Jon Snow, y'all. So join us tonight. I will see y'all. Thanks for coming out. God bless. Good night. Or good afternoon or good evening.